Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dreamhack the Monster Energy Dreamhack Studios. Even myself, Rel, and Momo here, ready to guide you through the Nordic Championship. Some great games about to begin. We've got Gamersleague all the way from Norway going up against the Swedish champions, Barrage. We've made our predictions, but it's definitely going to be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited just to get into it. I mean, obviously, to see some fast action gameplay. We're kicking it off with Hardpoint. What better mode to kick it off with? You've got, obviously, the guys from Barrage going up against Gamersleague. I'm excited. Jaggy, I mean, this guy we're getting a bit of hype about, but on your screen, you can see Barrage quicker representing Infused. However, being picked up, had a great performance at the Swedish Championships, you know, took away the championships, but there is your man, Solid. He is the man to put up those big numbers, Rel.
Oh, yeah, definitely watch out for him in terms of slaying. I mean, in the pool play, actually dropped a 1.23 kill death ratio, 37 kills when they went straight up against Team Denmark. So we know what he's capable of. We know how well he can perform in the slaying department. You can see there, Kappa, very, very vocal in-game leader, I would say. You know, we had him up just for the interview then, extremely confident going into this as well. And I've got to say, in terms of all the teams here, whilst we don't want to particularly write anyone off, I'd say this is potentially going to be the most one-sided one. This is really a chance for Barrage to prove their dominance and show their reason here. But it's also that opportunity for Norway to say, hey, look, you know, we're a good team. People need to rate us a bit more.
And when you've got no pressure, you've nothing to lose, you can go into this game open-minded. They don't know your strategies. And, you know, these guys have been practicing. They've been practicing hard. And as they're playing, I like the way they're playing with 1 AR, 3 SMGs. I'm hoping they're very, very attackive, you know, just getting in the face of Team Barrage. I'm wanting to see Jaggy do his thing, you know. As you can see on your screen, Swig, one of the other SMGs for Team Norway at Gamersleague coming up. I'm just excited to see this so much. But, Rel, I'm going to ask you a quick question, obviously. The first map, Hardpoint. If you've seen Barrage and the way they've been so dominant in the Swedish Championships, what would you do to take it to them?
I mean, it's the only thing they've really got going for them in some respects is this element of surprise. Given the high caliber of the Barrage team, Team Norway have to use the fact that they've never had these Swedish champions play against them, but they know how they play, so they can use that to their advantage. It's going to be a really difficult game for them, but we've casted enough events, Momo, to know that there's many upsets, and you can never predict anything and completely write anyone off. Of course, a lot riding on this. The winner of the Nordic Championship, of course, playing for their share of 50,000 Swedish krona, 25,000 to first place, a huge sum of money there, and of course that opportunity to go up against Envious at Dreamhack, a really big, prestigious event.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, that's, again, one way to show, you know, get into the community and say, you know, look what I can do. Let's kick it off with Gamersleague. Biolab Hardpoint is your first map. Half it straight away. This is the AR putting numbers on the board already. His team actually going in the lead, 5-0 straight away, making a nice double kill. This is what I like to see out of a team which is a little bit unknown.
All right, well, we see Hovet just kind of anchoring for his team there, getting some good lockdown, good slaying, and right off the bat, it is going to be Gamersleague coming out on top. Here we go, Jaggy. We've mentioned him a lot on the run-up to this game. Let's see how he can perform now. Does just about manage to get the assist on that kill. Is going to get shut down though as Barrage try and flood into that square area.
Yeah, Quicker and Kappa combining there for the triple kill. Hover answering back, another great double kill for him. However, this is going to go in favor of Gamersleague once again, extending their lead. Rel, you know, the guys from Barrage only 7 points on the board with nearly a minute gone.
Yeah, and Gamersleague getting hyped here. They have just let that old hardpoint slip in the final 5 seconds, which is absolutely fine. Gamersleague straight onto that rotation, and here we go with Stan going head-to-head with Solid. Manages to shut him down quite efficiently, but they have just let that hardpoint slip to Kappa. Stan still lurking though, and managing to clean up those kills.
Great evasive skills there from Stan. Took a bit of flak from one of the team on Barrage, dodged out. Looks like Jacky's actually going to make his teammate Stan. He's doing absolute work now. He's just getting point after point. Currently, it is contested. Does finally fall, but 6-3. What a performance from Stan so far.
Yep, and we do finally see him go down, as you say, allowing Barrage the opportunity to get back into that game, but it is denied once again. Stan still finds himself on this hard point, and he's going to have to do good work here against 2. Manages to find Kappa, but he's just overwhelmed by the opposition.
Absolutely. I mean, straight away, I like the fact Stan is playing objective. 4 captures to his name, 7 kills on the board, going positive for his team. However, Solid on your screen, using his ASM1 to the best of his ability, catching up point by point, only 9 seconds. You're going to see the rotation in the top left-hand corner on the mini-map. It looks like it's going in favor of Gamersleague. Wow, what a performance we're seeing so far from Gamersleague. This is something I didn't expect.
Yeah, something we thought would be quite one-sided right from the off is actually extremely close. Both teams tied head-to-head, 44. The hardpoint did temporarily go neutral, but we do see Jaggy manage to get some points back for his team. It's going to be Kappa and Solid that have found himself in there, and look at that kill feed. Quicker picks up a big 3-piece for his team.
Absolutely, 3 kills. He does get taken down 10 and 7 as we speak. Kappa in the hardpoint. I like the way what Kappa's doing is just maintaining the points on the board. He's not jumping out, he's not making any silly plays. Looking on the screen here, you can see that Gamersleague have actually got control. They're going to rotate through purple. Gamersleague tying the board up now, 56 apiece with 7 minutes 20 left on the clock. Barrage need to step up their game and prove that they are the champions of Sweden right now.
Oh yeah, this is just back and to stuff here. Momo still with Stan. We've seen him on that hard point so many times. Actually runs out of ammunition. That's how much work he's been doing for his team. A heavy objective-based play from him. It's Solid who once again is going to clean up those scrap points as it goes to the tie, and the early rotation just seems to be favouring Gamersleague once again.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, one thing I want to see, jumping on board with Jaggy, this is the guy that we've said, ASM 1 in hand. He's going to be aggressive, and you can see he's doing that. Not having the best, you know, not doing as well as he did in, obviously, the qualifiers previous to this, but he's putting numbers on the board. 3 kills go down for Barrage. They're going to maintain control, and it looks like this is going in Barrage's favour. Again, all tied up. This is such a close game we have on our hands, Terrell.
Yeah, and you know what, I'm going to say something. I like the way that Gamersleague aren't just committing to a single push. They're flooding around. They're trying to take this hard point from every single angle. It isn't working for them, though. Barrage have every single entrance to it locked down, and they've held top green. They've found themselves in a lead now, and it's something that they've struggled to get themselves into for the duration of this first half.
I know. With only 20 seconds left, we're going to see the rotation come into play very, very shortly. I mean, the next hard point is going to be in Biolab in the middle. I'm not sure who's going to take this, but Barrage are extending their lead by about 15 points right now. Solid, again, Solid, he's getting these scrap points, Rel. He's really doing work and really putting points on the board for his team. Currently with 5 captures, but the top of his team.
Well, here we go. It's going to go to the final hard point of the first half here in Square, or Biolab, whatever you want to refer it to, as we see Stan once again throwing himself in there, getting really involved, not afraid to go for those difficult challenges. The hard point is contested. Stan still alive, but does get shut down to Bernsey, and it's an all-out massacre here, but it does look like the Norwegians are coming out on top.
Absolutely, Gamersleague in such a good position. As you see, the spawn has come out for Barrage. They're going to spawn through that ice tunnel, and if Gamersleague actually catch on to this, they can get a few kills back-to-back, rack up the points, and, you know, make this even, which it should be in just a second. Stan going right off right now. Stun's going everywhere. He's going to make the kill. Gets taken down by Kappa. He's going to contest that hard point, and at the moment, there's about 4 people all in this at once. I just don't know who's going to take it.
Yeah, Stan's just been such a nuisance, but here we go, Jaggy there. All 4 now of Gamersleague in that hardpoint area, and Jaggy on absolute fire. Nobody can shut him down. 3 kill streak. Is he going to be able to make it 4? That hardpoint is contested. It's a cat and mouse chase, and he does get shut down.
Yeah, Solid, again, making a big double kill for his team. Now, we're going into the second rotation. Pretty much even on the points. We're going to go into this, and I think this hard point could determine the winner of the game. The reason I say this is if you can lock this down correctly, you can gain 30, 40 points off this, but it's going back into Jaggy, another double kill, 17 kills on the board already.
Yeah, and that's really unfortunate for Barrage. I loved what Kappa did. He actually went for the early rotation and just sat on top of that vent, peering down that ice channel, managed to clean up a few kills, allowed Solid to push in and offer support, but they did just get flooded out. They have managed to regain control once again, and they are in the lead, but, you know, as we say, judging from what we've seen from Gamersleague so far, they have the potential to get back into this.
Yeah, Stan's just made a huge double kill. It looks like Solid's going to answer back with one himself, actually helped by Kappa there. Solid, unfortunate there. Hoffa with the AR making a double kill, does get taken down, and Barrage have really, you know, taken this hard point to themselves, extending their lead for 25 points now. Looking at the minimap, you can see Gamersleague have gone for the early rotation. Will this go in their favor? It looks like it has, with 3 back-to-back kills on the kill feed there. Swig really turning up. Swig is actually, you know, he's had a bit of a slow start, but he's really turning up right now. Gonna try and make a second kill. Does so. He's gonna get taken down. This is gonna go in favor of Gamersleague for the escalators hardpoint.
Yeah, and they did really well in this area last time. It was Stan making the big plays around there. He has been shut down. I mean, you can just see the 9 captures that he's had so far. It's Stan making those early pushes from the get-go, but Barrage just edging their self ahead. We saw at the halfway point in this game, it was pretty much neck and neck, pretty much all tied up, but Barrage just seems to be showing their experience and dominance now. Gamersleague doing what they can to fight back into this, but it just seems to be some sort of uphill struggle as Bernsey goes huge with a 3-piece.
Yeah, Bernsey really kicking it off here in this escalators hardpoint. Stan answering back with a few himself, and Swig backing him up as well. Swig takes down another, ready for that body slam as well. I love that. He's going to take some flak, and he does get taken down. as I said before, that first hard point, which the Barrage extended their lead by about 20 points, if they can continue to do that throughout the next series of hard points, they're going to take this game. Gamersleague need to get the rotation, but it looks like it's going to go in favor of Barrage.
I love that from Swig. He did, oh my goodness, and he does get shut down. It was actually, they killed each other, but Solid did shoot the barrels. He should have really picked that kill up early, but he found himself in a great position. I do really like that. Kappa, though, is in the hard point. He's in one of the most difficult positions to actually kill when you flood into there. So good work from Kappa, and this lead is just getting bigger and bigger. Barrage doing a great job.
Yeah, I love the way Kappa is not just sitting in one corner. He's making a kill, he's dodging around, he's making another kill, and he is the only one alive left for Barrage right now. He's going to come up against two. He takes down one, he takes down the second. Kappa going off. Can he do the third? I don't know if he's going to be able to. Running out of bullets. Wow, Kappa's going off with 28 kills, 6 captures to his name, and he actually got about 25 points solo for his team.
You know what? If that was pre-patch, if he had the extra ammunition in his gun, I think he might have been able to do
Absolutely
that. Just
agree
about
with you,
ran out of bullets there. Really unfortunate for him, but once again, Kappa got straight back in there, and that difference in points now is 70, which is, so different to what we saw at the 5-minute mark.
Absolutely, they were pretty much even, weren't they, Rel? Yeah. With only 2 minutes left on the clock, Gamersleague really needs to take control of this game if they're going to get back into it. Stan with the double kill himself, jumping on board with Hoff at the AR for the team, trying to lock it down, but it looks like Swig and Jaggy combining and doing such a great job here. Hoff is actually going to hop on the hard point himself. The kill feed is all Gamersleague.
Yeah, and they pretty much need almost a full 60 on this hard point if they want any chance of getting back into this. They've done a good job so far. It is being contested, but each time it is Gamersleague coming out on top. Finally, it is Barrage who are going to take control, and as every second ticks away, it just gets worse and worse for Gamersleague because Barrage are just extending that lead.
Yeah, it's at this point with only 1 minute and 20 left on the clock. They need to be getting pretty much every single point. Solid really doing exactly what he's used to doing, which is just locking down locations of the map. Burnsy getting those hard point. Oh, that was a great kill there from Stan breaking in. Does get taken down. We're going to rotate with a scrap points of 10 seconds. Going to go in favor of Barrage. They're going to be pretty much at the 250 level, Rel.
Yeah, and it is, mathematically impossible for Gamersleague to get back into this, but they fought so hard. They did so well for that first half of this game, and I don't really know what happened. They just kind of fell apart. They weren't playing the same game as they did for the first 5 minutes.
I've got to say this, the box room, or blue room as people refer it, when Kappa was just on top of those boxes, made a few dashes and dives, picked up a couple of kills himself. I think that's what separated the teams, and yes, we can see a difference of roughly around around 60 points. But I've got to say, it all came from Kappa, and he's leading his squad with 7 captures, 31 kills to his name. But you can't, take anything away. Solid not having the best games on 20 and 30, but sometimes you can't perform in every single game, and his teammates pulling him through there with the victory here on Hardpoint Biolab. What a game to kick it off here at the Dreamhack Nordic Championship. Yeah, and
great play from Barrage. Really exerted their dominance in that second half of this game. There was just no realistic comeback here for Gamersleague. That game is going to close out with a significant difference in points, 240 to 182. I mean, we did actually see Gamersleague coming back into that just towards the final couple of hard points, but it was too little too late, and I've got to say, it almost felt like the Barrage took the foot off the gas knowing that they'd already won.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you there, but they were calm, composed. I'm impressed with how the first set of rotations on the hardpoint went. They were pretty much even, like you said, Rel. So if they can do that and they can keep up the speed, there's nothing saying they can't take and win some maps here against Barrage. They just need to keep composed for the full 10 minutes. You can see their Stan dropping big numbers, 36 kills on the board. He's actually top fragging for all 8 players in the lobby.
This is something that I was going to point out, actually. Not only does he have the best kill-death ratio, but his captures and defense, he had
15 defense.
14 captures, 15 defense. More defense than his entire team put together, excluding himself. So
that's incredible.
Great plays from Stan there, and definitely one to watch going into the later stages of this best-of-5 series. But hey, let's give a hand to Barrage. Collectively as a team, they were the stronger guys, quicker than you, unsurprisingly boasting the greatest kill-death ratio, adopting that Slayer role so well, and something that he's quite unfamiliar with, I would say, when he actually plays within the Infused lineup, when he's representing the UK, doesn't necessarily play as he has been here. He's had to switch up his role a little bit for this team.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that's why they recruited him. He's such a versatile player, obviously, to come into the squad. He can do anything at any point, and he can do it on any game mode, and that is the key to a successful player, is being, consistent across everything, and that's what Quicker brings to the team. All
right, well, we have seen Game 1 there in the best-of-5 series here in the Monster Energy Dreamhack Studios. Do not go anywhere, guys. We're going to go to a very quick break. We'll be back with you with some more Nordic Championship action.
Peggy 18.
Been watching you a long time.
One shot to the head, and the fog lifted.
You bastard! You shot Oz!
His name is Lennox. Works for Sentinel. They think they're the good guys.
Load him up!
Lennox knew they'd do anything to get us back.
How do you suppose Infected got way out here?
We'll chit-chat later. If we're gonna survive, we have to work together.
An explosive detected in the medbay.
Don't let them defuse the bomb!
Now we're feeling it.
Line 'em up. An explosive touch activated.
That's how you kick ass.
We've trusted you!
There. Unlimited ammo. All right, guys, welcome back to the Monster Energy Dreamhack Studios. Myself, Rel, and my brother Momo guiding you through all the action here. A great first game we've just seen there between the Norwegians going up against the Swedish champions. Closer than we thought to begin with.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, for the first 5 minutes, it was pretty much neck and neck. You've seen, obviously, Barrage, you know, have a few sloppy moments during the game, but they keep calm, kept composed, and, you know, those last 5 minutes, they did kind of run away with it. Some great plays from Kappa and the boys on Barrage to separate them from the rest.
All right, well, that final scoreline was 240 to 182. Now, I'm going to put something into perspective here. Earlier today in the pool play, the Finnish team, Team Menace, actually beat Gamersleague 250 to 88 on the hard point. So, you know, if we see maybe a Barrage Team Menace game on hard point later on, watch out for that one. That's going to be a really interesting one to get involved with. We can see that on the screen, the team of Barrage. Quicker there on the far right, Burnsy. We have Kappa closest to us. And, of course, completing that squad is going to be solid. And there we go. On the left, we do have the Norwegians playing their Gamersleague, put up a really good fight. And I've got to say, we were really impressed with Stan in that one. Not only did he boasted the greatest kill-death ratio of all 8 players. He had the most captures of all 8 players. He had the most defends of all 8 players. If every single one of the team was playing as good as him, that would have been a whitewash.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we picked out straight away Jaggy. We also talked about half it as the AR, but we didn't really touch on Stan before the game. Now, after it, I mean, he was the man himself, you know, stepping up to the plate. And he really kind of kept his team going through that, you know, hard point. Whether he's going to translate that into the Search and Destroy, which is going to be on Terrace, I believe, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, so it's going to be a great Search and Destroy game coming up between these guys. And your predictions going into this game, I know I felt that Barrage were going to take this 3-0, but you said it's going to be 3-1. And you said that if there's any game mode or game type that the Norwegians may be able to take, it would be Search and Destroy. Do you still stand by that after what we've just seen?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Search and Destroy is a little bit different. We saw Barrage struggle a few times during the Swedish Championship and previous to that. I've not really seen too much of the Search and Destroy from the guys from Norway at Gamersleague, but the chemistry's there. They're all from the same country. The language barrier isn't a problem. And I'm hoping they've been putting some time practicing for this. So I'm confident that Jaggy, Stan, Hoffit, and Swig can bring the heat in this Search and Destroy.
Well, I've got to say, you know what? If we started with anyone but Stan here, it would just seem unjustified. He is going to be on the attacking side, which is, of course, the one we want to spectate right from the off. But after that performance we saw in Hardpoint, he's going to have to bring that once again to this Search and Destroy if his team want to perform. He did actually sustain a lot of damage off a really well-timed grenade by Barrage there. Managed to stay alive, and he does have that bomb in hand, Momo.
Absolutely. Has to take it slow a little bit there. Jaggy picking up the first blood. Burnsy going down. Stan's got to back him up right now, and they're actually quite progressed through the map here. It is going to be answered back. Kappa, what a great kill there. Swig evening it up. 3 versus 3, 1 minute left to go.
And I've got to say, this is the most bizarre attack I have ever seen. So Stan did have to hold back because of the damage that he'd taken, and you've got to respect that. He nearly did get caught out by Solid, who was doing a great sweep around the back, but has stayed alive. And as kills are exchanged, we're seeing a 2 versus 2. This is going to be very interesting to see how it's played out from here, because all players are out of position. This isn't a standard push.
Yeah, absolutely. Hoffit was caught out there, and Stan also. Just a bit of COD time in there, looked away at the wrong time, as I believe it was Quicker who came through there and made the kill. It's actually Kappa here. 2 kills apiece for Quicker and Kappa, even things off. Jaggy also with 2 on the board for his team. But the favourable team that Barrage went through with the first round. Going to kick it off in round number 2 here with the attacking team. That's going to be Barrage themselves.
Yeah, and Kappa, we talk about his Search and Destroy game quite a bit. He didn't actually perform all that well in the Swedish Championship when it came to Search and Destroy, but a great start for him in round number 1, picking up 2 kills, yet to die. And this is more of a standard push that we would expect. The A-bomb site usually favoured simply because it's easier to reach, it's easier to get to, and to get that easy plant. We can see Solid going for it now. Just to bring up the minimap, though, look how out of position all of Gamersleague are. They were not expecting this at all, and I've got to say, I'm not sure I quite agree with that play made by them.
I've got to say, Gamersleague were almost playing a little bit too defensive for my liking. Stan does kick it off with a kill. Quick, he goes down. Burnsy answering back there. 3 versus 3. We're going to see Solid take down Stan. Well, that was a great movement there with the EXO abilities, but he's got a player right next to him. If he does stay still, he could keep his team in the lead. Kappa's actually going to kick it off. Hoffit in a 1 versus 3. Let's jump on board. We don't even have time. 2-0 in favour of Barrage. My prediction's going out the room here, Rel.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going their way. But Kappa, 4-0, wow.
I just, Gamersleague completely committed there to B defense.
Yes, yeah.
They left that bomb site isolated. There wasn't even anyone watching over it. And I don't know if that's because, after reviewing how Terraces played by Barrage, they thought that might be the early push, but still a big mistake by those guys. So something they're going to have to bear in mind for the later stages of this Search and Destroy. Let's once again get on board with the bomb carrier evidently. There is no designated bomb carrier here for Gamersleague, as we see Swig pick it up this time. Stan is actually going to be the one getting first blood.
Oh, Swig.
Oh, and that's a really unfortunate team kill.
I know, I mean, that grenade, he does have Blackjack, he's not going to pick up the kill. I've got to say, with Gamersleague, with the amount of first bloods that they're picking up in this Search and Destroy, they should be finished out. However, Barrage at the moment on top, 2-0. Swig, he's just going to retreat a little bit. It's 2 versus 3. Him and Hoffit are going to take down the guys from Barrage. Kappa, though, 5-0. What a series he's having so far. Phenomenal hard point for you guys who missed it there. Barrage took that one 240 to 182, which was quite convincing, actually, during the second half. But Hoffit on your screen right now.
Yeah, and all players here playing extremely passively. Of course, it is going to be Gamersleague that have to make the move. Barrage are not budging one bit. Hoffit's going to get caught with his pants down there, and he gets taken down by Kappa, who just extends that insane slaying that he's shown so far in this Search and Destroy. And Kappa really
his position there. I mean, I don't know if you saw it then. He was just kind of hid behind, I think it was either plant pot or a chair, and he was just hiding away from Hoffit. Burnsy backing him up there for the kill, but 6-0. Kappa's having the series of his life.
Yeah, he's doing really well, and that's only 3 rounds into this, so there's obviously going to be a lot more to come. They just need to keep this momentum going if they want to be able to take the Search and Destroy, because you said if there's one game mode that they could drop, it's going to be S&D. It's a great start by them, but they can't take the foot off the gas here. They've got to keep pushing, keep doing what they're doing. It's obviously working out for them. Kappa makes it 7-0 after just 3. Well, we're into the 4th round of Search and Destroy, still yet to get taken down. insane play from him.
Yeah, I've got to say, Kappa to me is just playing with confidence. He's putting himself in positions which, yeah, you could get picked off, but he almost feels like he has the ability, he has the gun skill, the knowledge to overcome Gamersleague here. And I like the way he's playing. If he can, play this throughout the rest of the tournament, he could be on for a real stormer.
All right, well, 2 of Barrage have just gone down there. Again, Gamersleague just leaving that A bomb site almost uncontested. They did have a sniper looking over there, but it wasn't enough to actually prevent the plant. Kappa does get shut down there, and we hear a yelp of frustration, given that he was performing so well to actually not drop any kills. But finally, we are going to see Gamersleague take a round as Stan and Jaggy still alive towards the end of round number 4, bring things back to 3-1. They really could not have afforded to drop that round as well.
They needed it there.
Yeah.
I mean, Gamersleague to go 4-0 down, I think that's, very, very hard to come back to, but 3-1, only 2 rounds in between themselves. If they can take this next one and level it up in the next, that's what they need to do. That's the ideal situation, but making it 3-1 instead of 4-0, that's your gameplay from Stan. 4-3. Stan had a good hard point, didn't he? I mean, he's going into S&D's, carrying his team at the moment. One player I would like to jump on board with is Swig. Let's see what he can do with the bomb. 0-4 at the moment. I've got confidence in him to pick up a couple of kills.
Yeah, he definitely needs to do something because he's not contributed much to the team so far in this search and destroy, unfortunately. And I don't know if it's just through the chemistry or if this is an actual strategy they're using, but the attacking rounds we're seeing from Gamersleague, they just seem a bit flustered. There seems to be no consistency to them. I mean, we can see Swig. Nobody really makes this push when they've got the bomb in hand. You usually see this aggressive A push, or alternately, maybe a middle push towards B.
Yeah, I've got to say, I mean, I was talking about Kappa playing with confidence, and I just think Gamersleague in general are doing the complete opposite. They're almost playing a little bit scared, and they need to dedicate themselves to a bomb. They need to say at the start of the round, look, guys, all 4 of us, we're going to A or B, or, they need to make some decisions. They need that playmaker. And I think they need to do that. I think Jaggy really is the player to make those calls, but is he doing it? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I mean, I said before the whole series started, Jaggy, despite Stan being the actual captain for the team, Jaggy does adopt this in-game leader-type role, and we're just not seeing too much of that. I thought that based off his online performances that he would be doing the same sort of thing here, calling the shots and just bringing his team in unison to a particular bomb site, but we're just seeing this almost lone wolf style of play from Gamersleague, and it's not working out for them.
I mean, you can see on the mini-map there, I mean, just a tactic from Barrage. I mean, they're dedicated to one bomb. But it just looks like the guys from Gamersleague, they're all just, 3 players are around B right now, kind of doing nothing. But solid on your screen, bomb in hand. Let's see what he can do. He's going to enter their bedroom. I think he knows someone is here. Does see the gun picking out. Takes down Stan. 55 seconds left on the clock. His teammate is going to get a few bullets in. He's going to go for the plant. I think he's going to take this off. But 3 versus 4. Again, Gamersleague, they really need to just have a bit more urgency to their game, I think.
The problem was, I just had a quick look at the minimap, and once again, they're all way back in their own spawn. They weren't really defending either bomb site. They're almost waiting for some mistimed push from Barrage, which just isn't happening. Barrage are just being consistent. They're pushing towards the A-bomb site every time. Yes, it's predictable, but it's working for them, and why change something if it's working for you?
Exactly. Swig does pick up 2 kills. That is what he was. 0-5. Can he make the 1 versus 4? He doesn't. Does get slammed right in the chest there. I mean, he's got a couple of kills. That's the confidence that he needed. But 5-1, is it too little, too late for the guys on Gamersleague? We will have to see in the next round. But wow, Kappa 10-2, really having a game.
Yeah. He's already hit double figures there, a 5 kill death ratio on Search and Destroy. Really strong performance. I mean, all the other players doing consistently well for Barrage, and of course this is a team effort. But Gamersleague just don't seem to have what it takes to work as well as a team, and Search and Destroy, whilst you do see these sort of clutch plays being made when in a 1 versus whatever situation, it's not going to work if someone's not guiding the team. They need this vocal leader, and they just seem to be lacking it at the moment.
I mean, even this push here, I mean, Jaggy, yes, he's pushing in, he's putting a few bullets, but he's on his own. There's no person tradable, and it looks like Barrage are going for the flank, and Jaggy's going to get taken down. Burnsy making a huge kill as well. Solid combining for the double kill, and wow, it's over like that. I think every single player got to kill themselves, but I've got to say, Barrage looking like they may have practiced Search and Destroy between the Swedish and Nordic championships. Kappa 11-2. What a game he's having right now.
Yeah, and you can just see the reaction from Barrage there. There wasn't a celebratory reaction. It was always their game to take. They were never worried at any given point, so it was quite casual play almost, which was quite different to what we saw in Hardpoint when we saw the Norwegians putting up a lot of resistance to them as well. Just touching on the actual scoreboard once again, great play as a whole from Barrage, but Kappa really standing out there. 11 kills and only 2 deaths.
And that, I mean, that's phenomenal. 5.5 kill-death ratio in Search and Destroy. Not taking anything away from the rest of his team because it is a team effort, Search and Destroy, at the end of the day. But I've got to say, from what we saw about them at the Swedish Championships, to come and do that, 6-1, how convincing is that for them? And, what a confidence boost maybe going into the final. Yeah,
and what we see from a lot of teams now when they play Search and Destroy, they do have this designated bomb carrier that was solid for Barrage, who also hit a 3 kill-death ratio, 6 kills, only 2 deaths.
Wow.
And this is it. Each individual player was performing to a high standard, and they were just bouncing off each other so well. That's what Barrage are going to have to keep going if they want to make this a 3-0 victory in the best-of-5 series. Things looking really great for them so far, and the Norwegians could be going home early here in the semi-finals of the Nordic Championship. Do not go anywhere, guys, though, because we're going to be coming right back with game number 3 in this best-of-5.
Peggy 18.
Lilith shot her first gun that day.
It's jammed.
Heads up.
Khan got his hands dirty for the first time in his life. And Decker enjoyed it all a little too damn much. We should have died right then and there. We were lucky.
Hello, welcome to Burger Town.
But our luck was running out.
Finally, got the good gig. Help me! They're everywhere!
Get to the Warbird. This is Eagle 1. Survivor's waiting for his escort.
Let's move it.
Nothing's gonna survive that.
Stay clear of the acid pools.
What is this?
Nice job down there. I'll take it from here.
We're cut off.
What the hell happened here?
Looks to me like Atlas happened. They excel at fucking shit up.
That's Goliath-class armor.
Oh, man.
That can't be good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Monster Energy Dreamhack Studios. Myself, Rel, and Momo still here. We've decided to switch around. We just felt like it, why not? But yeah, so we're going to be going into game number 3 of this best-of-5 series between the Norwegian team and, of course, the Swedish team Barrage, who are playing really, really well at the moment, I've got to say.
Yeah, I mean, quite convincingly. I mean, more convincingly in the Search and Destroy than the Hardpoint. In fact, that is something I didn't expect. I thought, in fact, the guys from Norway to actually take the Search and Destroy. I was completely wrong. Rel, I've got to say, you were right on the fact in your screen here. Barrage looking very calm and composed going into map number 3.
Yeah, and I've got to say, just as a side note, the downloadable content, so much fun. We've seen some of the trailers going on there. You know I'm a big fan of zombies myself, but the map's absolutely insane. Keep your eyes peeled for those codes throughout this whole stream. Just seeing Quicker on the screen there, the UK player playing under the Swedish team, under the Swedish champion team, and having a great series so far. Played consistently throughout the pool play. Did very, very well in the hard point. 34 to 29, a 1.17 kill death ratio. Highest for his team. Most slays too. And on the screen there, the Norwegian Gamersleague. The back's really up against the wall now. In a best of 5 series, they're finding themselves 2-0 down. They've got to pull out something special here. It's going to be Detroit Uplink next, Momo.
Yeah, like you said, Rel, they have to pull out something out of the bag. They're 2-0 down at the moment. It's to kind of change this round. It's Uplink. There's a game mode which I've got to say Barrage look very good at. Yeah. So I'm a little bit concerned. However, Hoffe on your screen, he's the man to put some big numbers on the board. He's your AR Slayer for the guys from Norway. But what do they change up? I'm just excited to see what they do. I've got to think. They're going to change something. But when you've got the likes of Quicker, Kappa, Burnsy's really impressed me this event as well. He's kind of stepped up, almost, outslaying Quicker a few times.
Well, Burnsy, actually, in the previous Uplink game, when they went up against Team Denmark, he went 32 to 17, a 1.88 kill death ratio, the highest for his team, which is incredible, really. Nearly double positive for his team. So we know he's a good Uplink player. He does wield the AR. He plays a support role, quite passive. You're not going to be seeing him making the big objective plays, but he's certainly going to be helping his teammates do so.
Absolutely, and then you've got obviously Kappa, that objective player. You're going to see him carrying that satellite drone a lot. One thing I will say, Rel, and for the guys at home, watch out for the passing from the guys from Barrage, because I know they've been practicing it. They were telling me, and I watched them in a comeback Uplink before. There was a lot of passing. There was a lot of cool play from them, so I'm excited to see that. So jumping on board, we're going to be on board with Kappa himself, the objective player. I like the way he's running EMPs. That's something that we've seen come into play with Uplink, because it does stop them using their exo abilities.
Oh, it's just so frustrating when you've got that Uplink drone and you just want to kind of exo boost straight into the Uplink center. It's so frustrating because you can't. The MPs completely null that ability, and Kappa is going to really exploit that. But for now, he's going to be going heavy objective, making use of that extra armor that he gets, and it's going to be a very...
Kappa gets taken down. Wow, I mean, that was Swig who took that out, making a big play to change that as well. Putting it out of play, resetting the drone, nearly came down to a 2 point straight away.
Yeah, wisely deciding to just throw that out of play, get it reset, start back from square one whilst they were caught out of position. We are seeing, though, Gamersleague really getting outslayed here. Hoffe doing what he can, finds himself with the drone in hand, but gets shut down with the exo boost over the wall.
Yeah, like you said, Rel, there, you touched on it a little bit. Just the slaying power of these guys from Barrage is so powerful. That's what I think is going to be the difference between these and Gamersleague. The drone in hand off Burnsy at the moment, possibly one of the greatest slayers on Barrage, but he's going to make a dash. See, that's what I'm talking about. The passes into play. Solid with a drone in hand, and he's going to make the dunk. 2 points on the board for himself. I love the passing ability from Barrage there. Just putting it into a better position and giving Burnsy that, that chance to pull out his gun and put a few kills on the board.
And it seems like it's so underused in the competitive community as well, and it can be so beneficial for your team, as we've seen just there. Just gives you that extra time to make the push if your teammates are in good positions. Swig, though, here in Garage, does have it in hand, will not be able to wield a gun at this point, so he's going to have to rely on his teammates to do that, throwing out some EMPs, and if he can just find himself around that corner, should be able to pick up a kill here, but no, gets shut down on the reload.
Yeah, the reload there was a little bit of a mistake, whether he ran out of ammo or not. Quicker answering back with a nice double kill. Quick is 9-3 right now on a 3 kill himself, extending that to 4, reloading quickly, making it 5. Quicker is going off, and he's got the Spore Trap on lock here. He just doesn't seem to be contested at all.
Yeah, Quicker getting some big assists there with the help of Burnsy, still picking up kills. He's switched to an AR now, extremely versatile, as he said before, takes some damage and finally gets shut down, finishing on 12-4 after that nice little burst.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the drone as he was coming into there, got actually passed to him, but he just wasn't in a position to make that a play. But 4-0, 2 minutes 45 left on the clock. Stan in hospital here isn't going to make that kill. That was a kill he needed, because Quicker's answered back with another 2 kills himself, and he's actually going to make the throw. That's going to miss. I thought that was a guaranteed point.
Yeah, I thought that was going to go straight in. Swig wisely just decides to throw that out of bounds once again. gets it reset, but it's just this constant defense we're seeing from Gamersleague. There's been really no opportunity for them to get any points out of this. The throw does go onto Roof as well. Time is going to be delayed, and we'll enter this little lull in the game with a bit of slaying from either team. Here we go with Hobbit.
Absolutely. Hobbit does get taken down. At the moment, I'm looking at the kill feed, and it is just Barrage, Barrage, Barrage. Quicker, 16 kills to his name. Kappa's got the drone in hand. He's going to go for a pass. Quicker once again. I mean, I've got to say, that wasn't all Quicker. He was making the kills, but the drone was passed to him. Love the passing play here, but he's just going on a tear. 18-6 right now for Quicker.
Yeah, 4 kill streak as well. I mean, you said that kill feed is just constantly Barrage dominated. I think you'll find it's actually just Quicker dominated here, still continuing that streak. Massive plays. Oh, is he going to be able to follow it up here? It would be a brilliant 5-piece there, although a little bit delayed. He is still going absolutely unstoppable, on fire. Quicker still picking up more kills.
Do you know what? I'm watching this right now, and I'm just glancing over at Quicker. There is no reaction. He's not getting excited. He's just so focused on the game. 22-6. He's going off with an 8 kill streak. He's just trying to extend that. Does get an assist.
Goodness.
Takes one down. We cannot go off Quicker right now. He's going to extend it. Looks like he's uncontested. He's trying to make the final kill. 24-6, 10 kill streak. That is ridiculous.
He's on a 10 kill streak, and he is just not stopping at all. This is ridiculous play by him, and we just can't take our eyes off him until he does go down. Finally, it is going to be Swig who ends that insane streak. 24 kills and only 7 deaths for Quicker.
Absolutely. He's got more kills than his whole team put together pretty much. I've got to say, you know, there's something in Gamersleague that he's missing. I don't think it's the chemistry. I think it is pure slaying ability. Swig is trying to answer back here, but at 8-0 with only 45 seconds on the clock, I think it's a little bit too late for those guys to come back in.
I've got to say, you're absolutely right there, Mo. The biggest problem for Quicker there was just finding a gun with ammunition in. You know, we saw Gamersleague just running around really uncomposed, and Quicker really did exploit that. Barrage have recruited him purely for that slaying ability, and he's showing just why here. I mean, we couldn't take his eyes off him for that long. The lead, it's actually 8-0 at the moment, and there's just not been a glimmer of hope from Gamersleague in this uplink.
No, I mean, it's only 20 seconds left on the board, and it looks like it's just, you know, they're just extending their slaying. They're trying to get a few, maybe playing for a few stats. You can see the pass coming in. Solid, trying to pick up the drone, but he doesn't. I think that just dribbled through his legs.
Yeah, he don't quite know what happened there, but it's not going to matter all that much. This first side is going to finish 8-0 to Barrage. Remember, in the best of 5 series, they are, of course, up 2-0 as well, so things just looking better and better for them. It would have to be a ridiculous comeback for the Norwegians if Gamersleague were to take this series.
Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed. I've got to say, Quicker was 24-6. He had 3 deaths back-to-back.
Yeah.
That disappointed me, Rel.
Well,
I wanted him to go off. I wanted the 50 bomb.
Just not good enough.
We're only at half-time.
Yeah, there's plenty of time for him to continue this performance. But one thing we should probably point out, actually, from this whole Nordic Championship itself is all of these players are going to be walking away with some prize money. You know, they've earned the place here for a reason. So of the 50,000 Swedish kronas available, 25,000 to first place, 12 to second, 6.5 to third and fourth. So even if Gamersleague are to be taken out in the semi-finals here in the Nordic Championship, they're going to be walking away collectively with 6,500 krona.
Yeah, I mean, that's not too shabby, is it? Especially when it's currently 9-0. Barrage are not wanting to come fourth, though. They are wanting the championship. They're wanting to be Sweden champions. They want to be Nordic champions. They want that spot at Dreamhack to play Team Envious. Quicker with the drone in hand. He's going to try an exo boost. He does get that, even though he impeded just shortly before. Oh, Quicker, stop doing this. This is unbelievable.
It's just insane watching him play. You know, he's playing objective, he's playing slay, he's support, he's doing every single thing that he can possibly do. And Gamersleague just seem to be unable to shut him down in any sort of sense. He's roaming free in the middle of the map, and nobody is stopping him. Somebody needs to just challenge him here.
He's just having a great time, and I think that's exactly why he's here. Currently 30-11 as he does get taken down there by Hoffit. Solid trying to answer back. He is on his own. I'm not sure this is the best play here, running in there alone, but Jaggy does make an important kill. Burns with a double kill himself. 3 minutes 50 on the clock.
Yeah, Burns a big 2-piece, Kappa big 2-piece, and Kappa following that melee is going to make a very easy carry capture, extending the lead to 13-0. Still no sign of hope here for Gamersleague. We do see 3 go down though now, and it's going to be up to Kappa to stop this push.
Yeah, I love the way Kappa, just straight after dunking that in, he went straight back. He just wanted another play. Stan cannot make those mistakes when you're 13-0 down. You need every single point, and that was a point he needed to make.
Yeah, and the uplink drone there is just going to be a reset to its initial spawn, and time there ticking away. Gamersleague having to do something special here. Barrage could potentially just sit back now and go all-out defense. They might concede a few points, but
I think they're wanting a clean sheet. I don't think they want to concede a point. I think they're playing to make a statement to the other teams here at the Nordic Championship. Swig get taken down by Kappa, not only making some great objective plays, Kappa is also putting numbers on the board, does get taken down though.
Yeah, and here we go now with Solid. I've really rated Solid as an individual slayer. 16 and 15, not too bad, just about positive, but watch out for him in the grand final because it looks like that's exactly where Barrage are going to find themselves.
Yeah, I mean, you can see there, the guys from Gamersleague really picked up a few kills, and I thought they were going to make something of it, but the drone just didn't move. Quicker answering back with a couple of kills himself, and he's having a great time, as I said. Kappa, can he finish this kill? He looks like it's a bit shaky. He's got to come up behind him, and Swig gets taken down. But Rel, with this currently at 13-0, what convincing, uplink we've seen so far.
Yeah, I mean, still mathematically time for Gamersleague to get back into this, but realistically, I cannot see this happening. Here we are still with Kappa. We can only really cover Barrage at the moment because it's the only team that's making any kind of plays. Kappa just holding back in this window. No need to push out. Is going to finally get shut down. Let's give Gamersleague some love. The top performer for them is going to be Jaggy on this game.
Yeah, I mean, Burnsy here. We're watching Burnsy. He's got the drone in hand. I want to stay on board with Burnsy just because he's got this drone. It looks like he's going to be a bit of a complicated one. He's going to go for the 1 point, lines that up, and bingo, 14-0. Quicker. I like the way Quicker's kind of just saying, nah, you get that drone. I'm just killing. I'm slaying over here.
Yeah, there's no need for him to do any more than he's already doing. It's what we spoke about in that Terror Search and Destroy. It's that whole, if it ain't broken, don't fix it mentality. There's no need to do anything different when you're winning by such a huge margin. Kappa there securing a further 2 points. 16-0 now is the scoreline. And the Norwegians have just been completely shut down here in the semi-finals of the Nordic Championship.
Absolutely. I mean, this team from Barrage must have got some chemistry from the previous Swedish Championship. Yeah. They've obviously gone away. They've practiced their game modes a little bit more. They're so convincing that Search and Destroy is 6-1, even more so in this uplink at 16-0 with a minute left on the clock. I really just want the guys from Gamersleague just to get a consolation point at least.
Well, they are certainly trying, and it's great to see them not giving up at all. They're fighting tooth and nail to bring something out of this game. It's not looking good for them to win it, let's face it, but they don't want to be defeated without securing a single capture point.
Absolutely. Drone is in hand of Kappa, though, the objective animal from Barrage. He doesn't manage to extend the lead. I can see him wanting that double-figure uplink points, but Swig and Hovert taking him down there. 35 seconds coming up on the board. Hovert actually could make a potential play, and I don't think that's high enough to actually go in the drone into the portal, and that is again 4 down for Gamersleague.
Yep, completely outslayed here. Great play by Barrage. Again, consistency is key. We're seeing Quicker going for the 40, actually reaching that 40 bomb now. Over double positive as well with 4 captures to his name. A real standout player for me.
Yeah, I mean, let's just kick it off finally for the 10 seconds. Can Kappa extend it to 10? He's going for it. All he plays is objective. That's what he wants, and he's not going to be able to. Even after 16-0 and the convincing 3-0 victory, I think Kappa will be disappointed that he didn't get that point.
Yeah, but that is going to be all she wrote. Great plays there by Barrage, the Swedish champions, proving their worth once again and finding themselves in the grand finals of the Nordic Championship. Who they go up against, we will be finding out shortly. But commiserations there to the Norwegians. Gamersleague fought all their best. It was a very disappointing uplink result. The Search and Destroy not too great as well, but a really strong hardpoint performance, I've got to say. I think Barrage were a little bit shaken after that first half. Great sportsmanship, of course, as the players go and shake their opponents' hands there, congratulating them on the win and offering their condolences for the loss, I suppose. So, yep. Well played to Barrage. They will advance to the grand final. And, I mean, we've had a great time here casting over this. Bryce, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Well, genuinely there, Rel, it was kind of a hot 3-0.
Yep.
There's no other way to kind of put that. It was a very good show from Barrage. Kind of what we expected, though, right?
Yeah, it was kind of. I mean, I wanted Gamersleague to snatch that S&D, but I mean, you can tell that the guys from Barrage have gone home, practiced their Search and Destroy, and come back even harder. Kappa said to me previously he will get carried in the respawn, but he will carry his team in the Search and Destroy. So, whether that's the right mentality, I'm not too sure, but it worked for them.
Well, okay, let's talk about map number 1. About halfway through, it did look fairly even, and I thought we had a real game on our hands, and then all of a sudden, it was just over.
Well, you're absolutely right. It was pretty much tied as we hit that 5-minute mark. And I don't know whether it was Barrage stepping things up or Gamersleague letting things slip, but something went wrong for the Norwegians. Barrage capitalised on it, played so well, and it was just a great second half in total for them. Gamersleague did actually do well on the final hard point, maybe the final 2 hard points, but it just wasn't enough.
No, it certainly wasn't. They seemed to lack a little bit of slaying power, or at least the capability to outslay Barrage. I think that really hurt them on that hard point as well, and even more going in the uplink. But the S&D, though, that's what we usually call a slip map. Why didn't it?
I think it's purely down to practice. I mean, the guys have had the Swedish Championship to kind of work on that. They didn't look as convincing. They've gone home, they've got better, they've come back, even better than they were, and they were the champions there. So, to come back in 6-1, a team that's, so convincing, because round by round they were just, they were in 2 versus 3 positions, and they just kind of clutched up.
Well, let's talk about the uplink then, because I think this kind of sums up the way the series went, and I believe we even have a replay that we're going to be showing you guys, which kind of, for me, sums it up as well. It's quicker than you, and he went on a 10 streak as well.
Yeah.
When you have a player that's able to drop that kind of numbers and just completely decimate the other team on his own, there's not an awful lot you can do. There's no real way to get around it. If you're dead, you can't contest the drone, you have no drone control, there's no way to get forward. They just went to bits. I'm just quite harsh here. They went to absolute bits. There was no competition on that uplink.
Yeah, and as soon as you said, I think we've got a replay here, I knew straight away it's going to be quicker than you. An individual standout performance of a lifetime almost there. 41 and 17, and just making things look so easy. He was just roaming free, he was unleashed on the map, and the Norwegians just couldn't do anything about it. Every time they were getting caught out of positions, he was working those spawns brilliantly as well, we've got to say, and really helping his team in that respect. And, I can't wait to see this clip. It's going to be great.
Well, there you go. You can see it now here. I'm guessing that you two guys are going to agree with me here, saying maybe quicker for MVP, or have you got any other ideas along that?
I mean, it's early on, but, when you've got a performance like this, it's got to be quicker. 18 and 6 at this point with 4 kills to his name. I would like to say, obviously, during this 10 kill streak, he doesn't really get shot at all, and I think that's not luck by all means. I think that's just well positioned.
Well, this is it. You are right, Mo, and in that respect, you could argue that he's not particularly picked up these amazing kills or anything, but it's, as you say, he's just found himself in the better positions.
They should be shutting him down at that position there. There's no way they should have allowed him to sit at that point.
Yeah, and this is the issue, because they've just made it so easy for him, and it's something that I kind of jokingly said afterwards. The only thing that he really had to be worried about was finding a gun with ammunition in it, because you can see his bullets just draining there, just trying to reload as quick as he can, because there's players right in front of him, even though he's shooting, even though he's got a red dot on the minimap, nobody's challenging him, and he's just taking complete advantage of that.
Any other players that kind of surprised you through this?
I mean, even though it was quite convincing, I'd say Jackie in that uplink, he did hold his own. He was pretty much neutral. But I've just got to say, quicker, kind of just outshone everyone.
I've got to say Stan. I mean, that hardpoint game on Biolab, even though Gamersleague were defeated, and in the end it was by quite a significant difference, Stan got the most captures, he got the most defends, he had the best kill-death ratio, so collectively, statistically, he was the best player out of the 8, but it just wasn't enough for his team.
Fair enough. Well, okay, they're in the finals now. Will they be playing in the finals in the same way? Was that a little bit too easy game for them? Can we expect more competition? I've
got to say, it may do them more harm than good in a way, and I think they might think, they've got a lot of confidence.
This is the point I was going to make. That's not the best practice for them.
No, definitely not. I mean, to win so convincingly and then go into a grand final, maybe against someone like Team Menace, that's a different, kind of class of a team, really. Okay. It could do them more harm than good, but what confidence going into the final?
I agree. Well, let's find out from the team captain himself just how he thought that went down. Let's bring him to the stage.